Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Abuli Zado, student of BPharm third year, presenting a Pharmacy Act 1948 from Pharmaceutical Jurisprudence. Let's see highlights of the topic. In this topic, we are going to cover objectives, then definitions, Pharmacy Council of India, that is PCI, education regulations, state and joint pharmacy council, then registration of pharmacist and offences and penalties. Let's see detailed history and reasons of Pharmacy Act. In 20th century, there was no restriction to the practice of pharmacy. There was a poor quality of service were provided, absence of recognized curriculum. These all things were harming to the health of people. So it's desirable that only one person who have minimum standard of professional educations should be permitted to the practice as a pharmacist. Accordingly proposed to establish central council which will decide. Hence the Pharmacy Act 1948 came into force in 4th of March 1948. So the Pharmacy Act came into existence or in force in 4th March 1948. The main objectives of Pharmacy Act is to regulate and raise the state of profession of pharmacy in India, to maintain the control over the person entering in the profession of pharmacy. Then it provides the uniform education and training to the person who willing to enter in pharmacy profession. So these are the main objectives of the Pharmacy Act. Let's see some important terms and definitions. Here, Central Council, that is nothing but the Council of India. Central Register, that is register of a pharmacist maintained by the Central Council. And UGC stand for University Grant Commission. Then definition of registered pharmacist, that is a person whose name for time being entered in the registered of pharmacist of the state in which he is carrying on his pharmacy business. Then medical practitioner, a person who is eligible for the registration in the medical register of state. That means the registration of person for practicing modern scientific system of medicine. So these are some important terms and definitions. Then Pharmacy Council of India, that is PCI. The first PCI were constituted by the central government in 1949 and it reconstituted every 5 years. Then composition of Pharmacy Council of India. There are 3 types of members in this composition, that is elected members, nominated members and ex officio members. So let's see in detail about it. Here is the constitution and composition of PCI. In the elected members, there are 6 members which are elected by the UGC from teaching profession and 1 member elected by the Medical Council of India and another member from each state. So this is about the elected members. The nominated members are selected as 6 members nominated by the central government and 1 is a representative of each University Grant Commissions and All India Research Technician Educations. And third person, that is 1 registered pharmacist from each state. So this is about the nominated members. Then ex officio members composition is the Director General of Health Service, the Drug Controller of India, then Director of Central Drug Laboratory. So this is about the constitution and composition of PCI. In that we have seen elected members, nominated members and ex officio members and their composition. Then function of Pharmacy Council of India. Here are the functions. Let's see one by one. To prescribe the minimum standards of education required for qualification as a pharmacist. To regulate the minimum educational standard. The next, to recognize qualification granted outside the territories to which Pharmacy Act 1948 extends for the purpose of qualifying for registration under the said act. The next one, to compile and maintain a central register for the pharmacist containing names of all persons for the time being entered in the state register. Then last, any other function that may be assigned to the Central Council in the furtherance of the objectives of Pharmacy Act 1948. Then Executive Committee. The Pharmacy Act provides constitution of Executive Committee by Central Council. Executive Committee consists of the ex officio members and 5 members elected by the Central Council members. Then ex officio members, in that it have the president and vice president of council, who shall be elected by the members of the council amongst themselves and holds office for term not exceeding 5 years. And the second, 5 members elected by the Central Council members from its members, in that nominated and elected members shall hold office for term of 5 years, and the members may resign his membership at any time by writing to the president. Apart from this, Central Council also appoints a registered or secretary, other officers and servant for carrying its statutory functions. Then education regulations. A person, as per provision option 10 of the Pharmacy Act 1948, Central Council, after approval of the central government, may make regulation to be called as education regulations, which prescribes the minimum standard of education required for the qualification as a pharmacist. So this is about the education regulations. Then education regulations may prescribe the minimum qualification for the admission of course, the nature and period of course of study, practical training to be undertaken after the completion of regular course, the subject of examination, the standard attained therein, and then the equipment and facilities to be provided by an institute for the students. Then last, to prescribe condition to be fulfilled by the institution giving practical training and authorities holding approved examination. Then implementation of education regulations. Central Council, before submitting education regulation for approval to central government, it sent copies of drafts of education regulations and all subsequent amendments to all state government, and take into consideration the comments of any state government received within 3 months. And the education regulation is published in the official gazette by central government as directed. After notification in official gazette, education regulation shall take effect in the state. For example, Pharmady regulation 2008. This is an example of implementation of education regulation. Then State and Joint Pharmacy Council. As per Chapter 3 of Pharmacy Act 1948, every state has to form their state pharmacy council. For example, Maharashtra State Pharmacy Council, Mumbai, or 2 or more states may have their joint state pharmacy council. When 2 or more states centers into agreement whereby state pharmacy council is one serves the need of other state. So this is about state and joint pharmacy council. So let's see the composition of it and constitution. The state pharmacy has a composition, that is first one, elected members. In that, 6 members elected from among themselves by registered pharmacist of the state, 1 member elected by the medical council of the state. In joint pharmacy, the elected members in that registered pharmacists 3 to 5 from each state instead of 6 from single state, 1 member from the medical council of each state. and the nominated members in state pharmacy. In that, 5 members nominated by the state government, of whom at least 3 shall be person possessing pharmaceutical chemistry or registered pharmacist. And in joint pharmacy, nominated members are government nominees 2 to 4 from each state instead of 5, of whom more than half should possess degree or diploma in pharmacy or pharmaceutical chemistry or as a registered pharmacist. And in state pharmacy, ex officio members are chief administrative medical officer, then officer in charge of drug control administration of state, government analyst as a government analyst appointed under Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940 of the state. And in joint pharmacy, ex officio members are chief administrative medical officer, officer in charge of DC administration of the state, and one as a government analyst appointed under Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940 of each participating state. So this is about the detailed composition of a state and joint pharmacy. Then executive committee. The president and vice president are elected by the members from amongst themselves. Their office period is about 5 years. Casual vacancy is filled by the nomination or election. Executive committee is similar like central government. So this is what exactly executive committee is. Then function of state pharmacy council. There are multiple functions. In that we can see one by one. First one is inspection by state council. Appoint an inspector to inspect premises or investigate complaints. It maintains registers. It also keep a record of entry and removal of names, printing of registers, then restoration of the name of register, then issue of duplicate certificate of registrations. So this is a function of state pharmacy council. Then registration of regulation, registration of pharmacist. State council prepares and maintains the register. The register shall include, that means the information to be collected in a register, that is the full name and residential address of registered person, then date of his first entry in registered qualification, then professional address, that is if he is employed by any person, the name of such a person should be there. So this is about the information should be in the registered. Then preparation of first register. The state government constituted a registered tribute. Then registration tribunal consists of 3 persons, a registered and a registered, who act as a secretary. A state government gives data of application, while registration tribunal examine every application. Then if satisfied name of applicant is registered in a register, then the first register so prepared is published, which will be appeal within 6 days. The register issues certificate of registration whose name is entered in a register. After formation of state council, state government hand over this register and application fees to state council. Then qualification for entry on the first register. What qualification should be there for the registration? A person having age of 18 years paid fees should have following qualifications. Let's see one by one. First one, a degree or diploma in a pharmacy from pharmaceutical chemistry or chemist or druggist of an Indian university or a state government. Then a degree of an Indian university other than a degree of pharmacy and has been engaged a compounding of drug in a hospital dispensaries. It has passed an exam recognized as adequate by the state government for compounders or dispensaries. It should have not less than 5 years experience of compounding and dispensing of the drug prior to the date notified by the registration tribunal. So this is what qualification of first register. Then removal of the name. A person whose name has been removed from the register of any state shall not be entitled to registration unless the state council gives its consent. The name of pharmacist may be removed from the register in following cases. Let's see what the cases are. If his name is entered in the register by error. Then second, if he has any convicted of any offense in any professional respect. Third one, if a person employed by him convicted of an offense or is guilty or infamous conduct. Then 30 days of period of for appealing. And last case is surrender of a certificate of registration and published in the official gazette. So these are the cases in that we can remove the name of pharmacist. The last one is offenses and penalties. First one, falsely claimed to be registered pharmacist. So penalties for this offense is fines up to 500 rupees on first conviction and fines up to 1000 rupees and 6 month imprisonment of any subsequent conviction. The next offense is dispensing by unregistered person, and the penalties for this is 6 month imprisonment or fine up to 1000 rupees or both. Third one, failure to surrender the certificate of registration, and penalty for that fine up to 50 rupees. And last offenses is obstruction of state pharmacy council inspector, and the penalties for this is imprisonment up to 6 months or fine up to 1000 rupees. So this is about the offenses and penalties of Pharmacy Act. So let's see recap of the topic, what we have covered. So in that we have covered objectives, we have seen some important terms and definitions, then detailed information about Pharmacy Council of India and composition of PCI, then education regulations, and we also covered what is meant by executive committee, then implementation of education regulations, then what is meant by state and joint pharmacy council and its composition, then function of state pharmacy council, then we have seen the registration of pharmacy, how it does, the preparation of first register and the qualification for that registration, and how we can remove the name from the register, then offenses and penalties. So this is about today's topic, Pharmacy Act 1948. So thank you for listening. Thanks for your patience. Thank you so much.